Watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
Time for our tale of the tape. And here he is in the flesh, Terrence "Bud" Crawford, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. He also can crack at welterweight, one of the best to ever do it. Sugar Ray.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Finding out.
So much hype surrounding this fight, and now it is. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. You'd like to see more jabs. There is not a seat to be had in this arena, Johnny. It's got that big fight feel, doesn't it?
Did you see the nerves on that fight stepping into the ring, Tom? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter-punch is smart.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Beautiful counter punch. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
And there's the bell to start the round. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. Good one. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe? The jab slightly off target.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
A lot of fans know how quick these lighter fighters can be, but tonight, don't be surprised if these don't pack a lot of power as well. Do you believe what we are seeing? Swing and a miss with that jab. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
I've seen it so many times. One punch changes everything. I've seen guys winning hands down. They decide to showboat and show off, then blam! It's over. So they've got to stay sharp. One punch changes everything.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
That jab doesn't find a home. Tried to score with a jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Looks like a little bit of a strategy change here, loosening up the technique. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
You've got a couple of big units here, so I'm expecting power. You're going to have excitement. You're going to have drama because when these guys slow down, that's when the punches are going to land.
Both men step back for just a moment. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Just misses with that uppercut. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. defense failed them. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
These two fighters are made for one another. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought. Not so tense anymore, trying to loosen things up. I like it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Insane action. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Why weren't they covering up? Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage, so... And there's the bell to start the round. Nice counter shot. Throws the jab, but does not score. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about... They ring the bell, and here we go. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
So much firepower here. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Missing with the hook.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Missing with the hook. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Catch and shoot. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Oh my goodness, that little Yorkshire Terriers, they're never going to give up.
Do you believe what we're seeing? You'd like to see more jabs. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff. Lucky that hook didn't score.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter shot. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Because they're so big, because they can punch, because they've got the weight behind them, they may not be connecting, but trust me, when they connect, that's when this fight sets on fire, because someone's going to get hurt and someone's got to react.
He threw the hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
And there's the bell to start the round. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That hook was off target. You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round. Nope, that hook won't score.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
What a nightmare scenario! And they're down. It looks like this one's going to be over.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh no, he's down for the count. He surely is not getting up from this. So there you have it. It is official now, and that is not the way anyone wanted this fight to end.
They don't like that. Listen to them. Oh, listen to that. When he gets back to the gym, his team is going to give him hellfire. This is what you work on as a fighter.